Hello and welcome to part 7 of our Kroq-Gar Lizardmen hybrid cinematic campaign. For those watching along as the parts are being released, you'll note there's a bit of a gap between this and the last one. That's because I was away for a week on annual leave, so I'm back now. I can kind of see if I can fill the backlog somewhat. In terms of where we left off, I believe we knocked out most of the Orcs' active forces, so we're now in a position to start taking all their settlements as quickly as possible so they start, or at least we can stop spawning more. How we do that is trying to be effective about this. I've got Kroq-Gar, Quantu and Glandulus. I think Glandulus is probably strong enough to quickly pop into here, replenish for a turn, and then he can deal with Nahuontl himself, because it's only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 garrison. There's enough there just to handle it. So you wrap around there. That leaves you two free to take this and this. And probably, again, I'm going to have to replenish a little bit because that did take the wind out of my sails, so let's just chill out here for a moment. I can't encamp, so I'm just going to have to stand here, I'm afraid. Can't move either. Yeah, I'm fully spent. Fine. Otherwise, Garrison Lord not moved. That's intentional, he's just going to sit there, so skip that. Then end turn. What am I researching again? I can't tell what it is I'm researching right now. Oh, it's this one, I think. Good, that's a really nice one. Let's just end turn. See how quickly it takes me to get back into the swing of things. I think these are just heroes rummaging around, being nuisances. Okay. He's trying to block army and assassinate me. These heroes are a bit of an irritant. Is there anything I can do about them? I think you're allowed to try assassinate. No, you'll wound. I don't want to wound them, I want to assassinate them. All you can do is wound. What about you? All you can do is wound. I mean, it's better than nothing, I guess. Try and wound it. Wound failure, unfortunate. What about the other one? Can you not? I can rejoin the army, yeah. Oh, am I not allowed to rejoin? Whatever, I'm just gonna be marching this turn anyway. It costs every time I do this, I probably shouldn't spam this so much. And I keep failing to wound him anyway. Great, so march over. Where's territory stops there, so if you... Oh, we're full HP anyway, apart from one spearman unit, so yeah, just come over here. And even if we can't merge this turn... Oh, attempting an action kills all of your movement. Okay, well the good news is I think these heroes are faster than you anyway. So I'll be able to catch up next turn regardless. You have the same problem, you're just here trying to be a nuisance. I can't really stop that. You are, however, basically full HP, so I don't see much reason to stop and replenish again. Rather, let's just go straight for it. In fact, you'll replenish by standing there anyway. That leaves you, who do actually need a bit of healing relative to the others, so just stand here. Shall I try, if he's already full HP, let's just try wounding him again. Yeah, use even more money on wounding things. Everyone failed, great. Cannot wound this pesky night goblin boss no matter what we do. See, because he's a higher level. Well, he's only level 3, it shouldn't be that hard. We're not very good at that. Let's just stick with the armies, guys. It's not our primary job. Skill points, okay. Okay, we're leveling from failing to wound the target over and over again. I already have Arcane Conduit. I already have max rank Cometh, missile resistance, spell resistance. Some of these wouldn't be terrible now because I'm now on a pterodon and I'm flying around. I don't want to be shot to death instantly, so being a bit resilient would be nice. That would just leave income structures, but lo and behold, I can't do that with so much money being spent on failed hero activities. You get your upgrade next time, which is really nice. Yeah, let's just leave it. We have a population surplus we can't utilise. Oh, 2 more factions died this turn. 3, I misspoke. What's going on here? We have an unusual location. Carnival of Nurgle. Oh, good. Bathe in the foul glare of Moore's leaving zenith. The emaciated figures contort into the alluring guise of a carnival. You get traits gained. Random plagues break out when it gets too strong. It's going to cost me 4 grand to get rid of it. That's going to take a while to build up. I'll have to wait for that. Yeah, the extra control is nice and all, but then you lose it to corruption anyway, so... Okay, let's just wait for 4 grand to fix the problem. Now, how far can these go? Go to that. And you go home. Well, actually, is there any point? If we're just sitting here replenishing, I can move this turn. Yeah, good enough, so I'm just going to leave. How do I most efficiently navigate to here? That way around. Bit of a reach, but I mean, we end up going through... I don't know if I'm really friendly enough with them to just walk through the land, so maybe I'll just push through this way. You come with me. And then you get ready to go rejoin your ally. Flap, flap, flap. Ooh. And then the Carnosaur. I remember we never saw it before. One of our Carnaboy, the original Scar veterans, all the way up to having a Carnosaur underneath him. I wonder if that fundamentally changes his role in the army. Typically I use him to bonk enemy characters, but Carnosaurs, as I understand it, are more akin to monster slayers. Okay, we're up to tier 4 now, so we have the extra slots. I've got all the growth I really need. It grows very quickly, in fact, it seems, so we'll leave that. What do I want? Tier 3, and I can get to tier 4 when I have the money, which I intend to do because it's the only way to access Temple Guard in the army. Oh, I haven't even got the basic growth building in here. I could do that. What about income? I did income. That's done. Military. I'm really no longer concerned with these. They don't interest me at all, and these are all accounted for. So blue. I've completely ignored the blue section for quite a while. I should do something about that. Monsters are being handled elsewhere, so maybe the old one line where I go for skink priests up here. Defences aren't really required. And then just growth. I guess I could do a couple blue ones. Lord recruitment rank, what is that? Oh, just capacity. Okay, so you could get one of those. Control and corruption negatives aren't really that interesting. Oh, what about these? Star chambers. Oh, maybe I can save that for my kind of genuine capital. That's also upgrading. I'll probably put a star chamber here and spawn Slan from there. Because there's a good spot, because I'm in a location to get all the units I want by kind of bouncing up and down. So I think the 2 options here should probably be, again, probably growth. Because it's just nice to grow nice. I really don't need it, do I? Yeah, let's just save for something better. We'll save for larger structures. Hold on to your money. Oh, I forgot to move. Fine. Just remembers to do it passively for me.
Your armies could take to the seas should you wish it, sire. Have them build boats upon the shore, or set sail from a nearby.
Okay, so that's how that works. We have our growth everywhere, that's nice. I can't reach that this turn, what about you? You can obviously get to there. Can the heroes get to there to help? I think so. So I'll have them reconvene. Oh, the heroes are chasing me around. And then just go hit it. Yes, okay. Decisive victory. What kind of battle map is it? It's an open battle against basically nothing. Should I just play this once just for a bit of fun? Yeah, I feel like it. It's a good practice game for me to relearn the ropes. Right, okay. We want to do this infantry line in front, or rather skirmishing line. And you form the backbone, but of course we put you in the corners. And then you, these, the strongest ones in the centre, so our line doesn't collapse. No need to be too pedantic about this, I don't think. There's some annoying terrain in the way, so let's just deploy around here. Kind of marched out onto them. You in front. And then we've got the Lords. There you go. As well as you just run around the side. Gonna just show off the Carnosaur. Yeah, there are no dragons in Lustria, because the Carnosaurs ate them all. Oh yeah, you as well. Also can now be... fix your only real issue of not being able to fly around. I don't know what the ball is for. Is that to just to drop on people, perhaps? It's not really what the primary function of the wizard is, but okay. Just stand there and get ready to charge. Okay, how do I move again? I think it's Alt left. Yes, and then Control to pivot.
Units afford you great flexibility, Commander.
Oh, that he's quick.
Harass the enemy as they
There you go.
maneuver.
Move 20. Do you have any archers? I think I saw they did. Club infantry, arrow boys, there they are. Okay, so a couple archer units, so I can't just fly him in there to get shot to death. Otherwise I would get in there and start. I guess I can try, see if I can start skirmishing with him, using blasts of the Comet. While I move into position, I'll do this. How close do I have to get? That's wind blast there. Okay, I can see the range there. Arrow boys. Let's hit the big ones would be the primary target, of course. I just... Yeah, so I can, for the large part, I think I could just dodge these. I just have you do this back and forth. Yeah, just do that for a while. Okay, let's advance. Back up. Oh. No, you idiots. Oh, I've forgotten how to do this already. Oh, it's because I don't have him selected. Oh, no, there you go. It's just a bit awkward. Let's do it again, but we'll do it into this block. You have to keep moving though. Yeah, I'm going to appreciate the missile resistance quite quickly, I think. So I just redo this line myself. Turned into a complete mess here. It's still stationary, careful. So there's arrow boys who's boss. Now fall back and help the army. Now you've basically crippled them already. You want to start firing at will, I would hope. Actually, come over here and engage the... Still out of range, still out of range, still out of range. Just get to there till you get into range. You're throwing away, good. Come over here and then charge them. Okay, I'd like these to charge through now. Just you now. That's it. I can actually use the wizards the way I would like, where they're genuine skirmishers. Just flying around. Obviously, it takes a lot. You have to be very careful doing that because he will die quickly. Yeah, if you find a big melee blob or just something nasty you want to deal with, then just using him that way is great. Because those are just at 1 unit of Arab, single pterodon with a skink on it. Okay. Excellent work. 3 gold. Again, it's just our territory, so just occupy it. Look, it even looks like a temple city already. It was meant to be our attack-minded Kroq-Gar. That rather makes sense. Slowly getting there. The more battles we fight, that's much better already. Are you a particularly wealthy province? Is that why? Again, so income and growth. I should probably do that immediately. Oh, I'd really like to save to clear that out as fast as possible. I'll hold up just one turn. Because how much does it cost? It sets us back 485. So we dropped to 1413. We're going to be fractionally shy of actually being able to clear that out next turn. The annoying building. So now I am going to wait. You come up here and deal with that. And while you replenish for 1 turn. Oh, yes, I knew there was going to be another one there. Because of the way the provinces were set up. So that's the primary settlement. So Kroq-Gar's larger force go for the larger one. So I'll send you over for that one. Apparently I can't attack it. Because I'm in march stance, but that's fine. Just get to there. Just push and knock. Let's coup de grace the orcs as fast as possible. Skill points. Kroq-Gar's got skills. When does he get Grimlock? 18, nearly there. I already finished the red tier. Could take more. I don't have a lot of these actually need to bother with though. No, they don't make a lot of sense. Come back this way? I mean, that was already sort of wasted anyway. No, I'd probably leave that. One of the blessings. Hit points, construction time for the province. Nah. Oh. Barrier hit points for Saurus and Temple Guard. Barrier? Also cheap upkeep for the Saurus. I don't know why I haven't taken that yet. That's a no-brainer. Not magic. Ambush. I don't care about ambushing. Control, where Lizardmen were final control, and that's the beast one. I should have done this one ages ago. Yeah, that was a huge amount of money. Just sat there turn after turn. Oops. Okay. They now have a barrier. All the Saurus units, they're just magically protected. Buildings, yes, I'm aware, but we're just going to hold it just off for a second. The spawn, oh yeah, that spawning stuff has changed as well, I remember. How do I make use of it again? You can spawn special things. Well, the old systems, obviously. So yeah, I expend these, I think, for spawning the fancy units. Cannot recruit. Why? Because I can't recruit here. You can't recruit. I don't know what the limitations are. 416 is surely enough, so it tells me the upkeep, which is massive, but obviously I can't just do them in no man's land. Okay, there's some sort of limitation on my recruiting them. Here, I think we finished that. What's next? Tablet of Crafts. Tradable resource produced. Sure, just income. Is there anything better? Construction cost down. That's really good everywhere. Control up. Army ability, Geomantic Nexus. Summon a unit. Summons a Skink Priest. That's nice. So for units that... my armies that are running around without Skink Priest, I can just have them. That's not too interesting. Leadership. We're not struggling for leadership. Magic items are cute. That would be nice, because actually a lot of my gold is coming from... yeah, let's quickly grab that one. I'm realising you can get a lot more gold out of combat than perhaps you could in some other games. You've got like flat 300, that's it. We're skipping all of the building stuff. Keep an eye over here. 4,000. Oh, I could have probably started the structure because of the little extra I got from having better upkeep on that army. Oh well. Do this now. How do I get rid of it? Yeah, 4,000. Go away. Great. Now I have spare income, so let's do... I'll do this quickly while I have a chance, because we're going to need to grow the place quickly. Yeah, I'll just do that out of hand. Okay, sieging time. Can you move? You're basically already healthy. While I'm here. Missile resistance or spell resistance. I don't think I'm forced to take one or the other. I can just take either. And at your size, now that you're a big monster, I think it's a bit of a no-brainer to take the missile resistance. Otherwise, you'll be fairly easy to shoot down. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna Operation Kill Orc as fast as possible is still underway. You go this way. Yeah, for instance, no wizard here. The Slan army's kind of covered, but I guess you could have a wizard there as well. You take this one. Yeah, decisive victory. It's just a piddly little force in an open field battle. I'd like to fight this one because I'd like a bit of practice with the Slan and using his life spells. Otherwise it's yet 2 Wazumpa, that'll be just the pseudo lord, but 2 normal orc, 2 Araboys, 2 larger ones. These are obviously fairly dull battles from a challenge standpoint, but it's good for me to get the... Okay, they're up a massive hill, which is sort of irritating, but okay. Probably like to stretch that a bit more. Might as well be nice and stretched. And you. What's that? Cold-blooded. Yeah, that leadership rampage one, in case you had any of those. The spells are Awakening the Wood, which is large. It's an AoE explosion one. Earthblood, regen, and Flesh to Stone make unit physically tougher, so when we get tied into combat. So I'm just going to run at them. Hill be damned, I'm just running at them. I don't care how much of a defensive position you have. Speed up a bit. They're going to shoot at me a lot with those annoying arrow boys, but what am I to do? I can't even see them. Okay, there's their range. Should I, in that case, actually stop just before that? Yeah, I'll just stop there. And I'm guessing our Slan is a bit slow. No, Slan's about the same speed as Saurus Warriors. Those Palanquins can really move. So just 2 pesky units of orc archers to weather. There's probably one over there as well, hidden in the woods. Should I? I guess what I could do, if I assign both of you to shoot the Araboys, and then one of you to shoot, I don't know where their big ones are, and if you want to come up here and bolster their defences so as they're being shot, they're more resilient to the ranged fire. It's not perfect, they're going to hit the one that is actually quite tough. I'm actually just going to do this, so you sprint forward, and as they take damage I can start replenishing them with... Okay, they're charging, good. Pull back a bit. Take the fight, Battle, you need to fall back a bit, you've taken a bit too long, sorry. I don't mind you kind of being in front, you're pretty much tough enough to handle this anyway. Okay, Slan, from what I learned from that big battle was that Slan is hardy enough to manage this anyway. Let's start regenerating. One of the you've taken a bit of damage, so that one. So they'll regen and they'll locally regen. Awakening the wood would be good. I think that's too far away. Let's do it there. No, Earthblood, throw it away. You can spam Earthblood pretty readily. Yeah, they are regenerating there. Actually, quite nicely. Yeah, they're basically full HP now. Shoot those. Shoot those. They're broken already. Come this way. Make it so they take less damage. And this unit's holding on because we can't. It's just arrow boys, so you shouldn't struggle. Yeah. Otherwise, fairly trivial. It's not a battle you can really lose, but it's good to be disciplined about it. Take no damage and just walk through. Under usual circumstances, you'd be deranged to throw your Slan Mage Priest into active combat like that, but if there's no enemy assassin character, or sit there and tank Bell, so he's just there absorbing damage infinitely. Yeah, we crushed it. Province secured. Excellent work. You're happy? There we have it all now. I can't do much else with that, but that's fine. Well, you wanna? Oh, he's on a dog. Okay. I don't really care about the heroes picking at my feet. You could attack that next turn. Do these just disappear if I wipe out their faction? I would like that to be the case. That's another hero. You need to be set to... I don't know if you can reach that in one turn. We'll see. It might be that one turn, then that the next turn. This is improving nicely. It's going to help me out with actually infrastructure because I've been neglecting that for a while now. Building upgrades possible. Right. You down here were going to be... You're the monster one. So I want to upgrade you to tier 4 quickly because I can actually get the really good ones out. I'd like to upgrade that. You have growth, and you're already locked. So what else do I do? Nothing really. I can get the skinks from here as well. Oh, you can have an income building. What's this? Oh, that's another income building. Kroq-Gar are also cheaper. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. Should have done that a while ago. Commandment event. Yes, I have the province now, so pick something. It's always just the crafting one. Growth, income. Please. Yeah, levels and stuff on the characters. No, I think it tells me if I try to end the turn. I haven't done that yet. Non-aggression pact with the dwarves. I'm happy to take that, because I don't particularly want to fight them. Dwarves are part of the great plan. The older ones had every opportunity to wipe them out and chose not to, so in they stay. You have a supervisor now, that's nice. You're providential. Sometimes things just have a way of working out for this one. Nice. Okay. Are any of these... Enemy hero, enemy hero, enemy... Yeah, okay, none of this matters. I'm completely surrounded by heroes. Kroq-Gar's going to take the primary settlement, and you... If I set you to... Ah, no, he's a turn off. Fine. Uh-oh. Kairos Fate Weaver himself is menacing our shores. Oh dear. With a fairly elite Chaos army. Horrors, horrors. Cultist is his heroes here. Big monster demon, that's not great. I don't know what these three are. They seem to be fairly easy to deal with. There's none of the really... No, like, greater demons running around. But, yeah, let's quickly take this stuff and then think about you. Oh, no, he's spreading into here. Okay. That pretty much convinces me that the next big threat after the orcs are cleaned up is going to be this Tzeentch stuff. I'm going to have to take the battle to the forces of chaos like a proper lizardman. Now this one is an actual settlement. That's going to take 11 turns to burn through. I don't particularly want to fight. Yeah, I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to sit here, build some siege equipment and siege. Again, we can knock over the buildings with... I know Stegodons can do it. Can Carnosaurs destroy walls? We'll see, but just in case I have a bunch of these siege towers anyway, and then continue. It takes 11 turns to siege that, which I'm not waiting for. I'll probably take this one with you, and then come back and have them both attack, and then just auto-resolve it. That'll be the easiest way to handle it. You're done, and there's not really anything else to do right now, because this territory's all safe, the enemies are over there, so start making your way around this way.
The men of the north make claim.
Ah, you can't get through that garrison. Yeah, Knights of Tzeentch, Screamers, Pink Horrors, Exalteds, Forsaken, so some actual Chaos Marauder units, sort of. So in that case, how do I recruit more units such that you benefit and can actually take them on? You don't. I just don't think you're strong enough to handle it, is my honest response. I have to wait for these to come back once this is all dealt with. I'm not even technically at war with them yet, am I? No, but we're bordering. They're right there, so it's ridiculous to leave them unchallenged. So maybe doing it the other way around makes sense. If I have the little army come, because their garrisons here will be manageable. So you can actually handle these, and then once this is cleaned up, you can actually double back and then do a proper siege over here. Because I can rob them of all their territory on this side. Leaves this somewhat undefended, but I guess I could just rush over if I need to. So that makes sense to me. You're not doing anything here, so come up this way. Okay, apparently we're not at war yet, so just go march to, like, the end of my territory. Gonna switch you to march stance, get a move on. Good. Building upgrades. I can now actually do this. Yes, I would like the monster one. Start doing those, that's very good. Gonna be basically all my income. And here we're just busy. Just wait a couple turns. Oh. Oh no, we're sieging them. I thought that was telling us we're under siege. Hello? You want to share military access and you're going to give us a payment for... Where even are you? You're ages away. I don't mind, yeah. I'm friendly with humans. We are doing a somewhat order-based campaign. I'm not going to war with the massive air quotes good guys. One shot. Your Slan Mage Priest researches reveal the whereabouts of a distant but accessible plaque recording a ritual usable once, which will powerfully defend your greatest Sura Scarvetching against agents of the ancient enemy. Is it worth sending an expedition especially to achieve this one-off advantage? So, cost 2,000, so again I'm going to slow down my building. But in exchange we get enemy hero action success chance down, hero self-defense down. Is 14 turns. Is that worth 2 grand? Well, imagine if those heroes around me keep trying to assassinate my character and I don't take it. 2 grand effectively costs me a turn, because I'll just have to... Well, I could build... I'm not going to bother. Nah, just stay alive.
Relations are such that a full military alliance may soon be feasible. Such pacts bind the fates of empires, so that wars waged by one will be shared by the other.
Another unusual location. Is this another negative one? Are they all negative ones? Abandoned Forge of Hashut. Cartouche-lined runes mark the entrance to this forge of Father of Darkness, their twisted truths privy to the malevolent descent of Zorn Uzkul. Chance to forge unique items when fusing 2 rare items. Okay, so that's the diplomatic relations with doors go up. Units recruited in this province have permanent armor bonus. We get a garrison of destroyers, which is nice, but we get chaos to corruption. So, is the corruption severe enough such that I should get rid of it? Or should I actually just be happy with it being there? Well, if I'm severely corrupted, once these buildings upgrade, you just get passive control anyway. No, they're all +3. +2, plus... Okay, so these would do it automatically. I think control is high enough such that having that corruption there actually doesn't matter. What's hurting us is that we're bordering chaos faction, so no, I'm going to leave it. We can just disregard it. Unless it worsens over time, in which case fine. Mission is enter a military alliance with any faction. I'll consider it. Buildings, right, you can do a bunch of stuff. I could upgrade the Heart of the Jungle. I've got huge amounts of things I could be doing, I just don't have the money for it. I could get my Temple Guard out. Just upgrade that in general so I can go straight to tier 3. The growth and income, that's pretty nice. How cheap is it? It costs 4 grand. God, they're all my entire treasury every time for one building. You're doing fine. Probably just focus income stuff then. If there are any income structures I can improve, I will. There's a growth here. Do you have any? No, you've already been done. That's already done. So that's all clear. So just take a growth building then. What am I doing in that extra slot? You've got growth, you've got income. I'm doing monsters, I'm doing stegodons, and I've already got... Wow, it's a full recruitment centre actually down here, this province. They've got, yeah, the standard barrack stuff, skinks and monsters. You can get anything you want down here. Not really anything else to do. I don't care for Pterodon riders. These are also kind of rubbish in this army. With Kroq-Gar. Any of the structures here? Do these help at all? Well, if I'm going to have the corruption, maybe one of those wouldn't be terrible. Stop the plagues and all that rubbish going off. Yeah, I'll consider it later. You have extra slots as well. You're going to give me Temple Guard and not a lot else. So maybe I'll use some of these fancy ones for you. Yeah, the tech buildings. What about these? These will be good. Can it be constructed in minor settlements? That's not a minor settlement. Oh, you have insufficient... Yeah, so I'll definitely take one of those, actually. Let's get some pylons out. Yeah, that'd be nice. And then one extra for later. Oh, you can do it now. Might as well. Don't know why I'm not. Yeah, okay, I've now done this... this exact battle twice, so it's pretty uninteresting. I'll just auto-resolve this one. Yeah, it does even better than I would. Just taking no damage whatsoever. Thank you. Can't move this turn to go help, but that's fine. And then just improve the growth over here. Yeah, go on. Get these up to tier 3 as well. Just sit there for a turn, then come help. Kick that over. Skill points, yes please. Quantu, you're the old one in charge of the second army. What's up here? Leadership aura size. Your own missile resistance, your own spell resistance. I'm also doing this for recruitment cost. Oh, to your own army. I maxed out Stand Your Ground. I maxed out his skinks. That's what we're fielding here. None of that's particularly interesting. Yeah, I'll just give the skinks a bit more leadership because they might actually run away. And then you're... I think you're the assisting Scar veteran in the second army. Working towards this. Done. Oh, I forgot about you. Yeah, just keep marching over. Oh, what do you want, Wurzag? Is that your final settlement? A peace treaty. You're off your head on mushrooms, Mushroom Man. I have the Tablet of War, so yeah, more of that is good. Sword of Cain's been claimed, that's not good. Well, secret campaign movement range, that's obviously delightful. I don't do a lot of that, to be fair, so that's kind of, I do tend to occupy things because I don't see much point in looting. Yeah, I'm just going to take the secret, just 10% movement range for all armies is delight. Okay, you're in a position to start attacking these now, if that makes sense. How strong is diplomacy? How strong are these Tzeentchians? Oh, they're the second strongest faction in the world. So me all the way up at my 24th being oh so impressive. Yeah, no, they would just crush me if all of my forces and all their forces were arrayed. We get absolutely bodied. How can you tell how much territory an enemy has left? Oh, they own that as well. That's annoying. So even if I take this one, we're not actually done. Fine, I guess I'll just stay up here and clean up all of this first. Can I ally myself with... Was it can we Tomb Kings? I'm not particularly hostile with Tomb Kings. Can we be friends? Is that you? I think that's you. Yeah. They sort of like me improving.
Others of my ilk deny you, but I see intelligence in your eyes.
Thank you. Let's have a non-aggression pact. Are they happy with it? Good. How much would I have to pay for us to start trading? Payments. Oh dear. No. Offer payment. I can't really pay enough to get that on side, so no. Okay, I'll do without the trade agreement for now. We'll just take a non-aggression pact. Balance offer? Oh, just they give me a tiny sum. Okay, fine. There you go. I'll start being friendly with these, just so I can wipe out chaos and actually start, you know, focusing on chaos later. Good. I consider Tomb Kings kind of neutral-ish. I don't really know why they're not as bad as Vampire counts. This continues to be under siege. I'm going to bring in a reinforcing army and kick it over. That's going to take ages to make all of those. Oh, apparently its casualty's low anyway. I don't even have to bother. You can move. Yeah, I can move this turn. Just come over. Perfectly healthy. Where did that horrid siege army go? That's not you. You are somewhere around here that I can't see. Slightly disconcerting. You have building slots, yeah. Can I do the pylon? Yes, I can. I'm going to do that immediately. Would like to have any of these geomantic web spaces, but I think that every single one of them is missing some sort of territory somewhere. That one might actually be complete in a second. Oh no, because you need that one. Oh, every time there's always one missing. Yeah, you need a settlement over there somewhere. You're not done because I have that one, but not... No. Oh, the one over the seas. There's one way over there somewhere, apparently. Should probably start caring about this at some point. What's up there? Something I'm never going to get to, really. Not unless I go towards the dwarves and take all of this. How did you lose Rosetta? Oh, Chaos is marching. Oh dear. The dwarves have issues. I thought the dwarves were a lot stronger than they were. That's kind of worrying. Okay. We massively need to be concerned about Chaos coming through and just ripping through the land. So yeah, let's get the orcs out of the way quickly and start fighting Chaos. Oh, I see. If we have stronger commandments if I actually bother to fix these geomantic connections. Currently they're all orange, I think. Like maybe strength 2. Yeah, okay, whatever. Good enough. Population surplus I can't really make use of. I haven't got the money for that. I don't even know what I'm doing. You've already got your pylon. Guess I could upgrade that in a second. I don't need control really. I'm perfectly happy. God, there's way too much infrastructure stuff to do all of a sudden. because this is all... There you go, definitely do that for money. Your bit growth and that. What about the one I neglected? Yeah, Orion's Camp. I should probably upgrade that in a second. It's a bit silly not having that upgraded. Okay, just hold on to 900 is pretty minuscule. Hey, my home base. Right. Can I build any of the fancy blue ones here? No. So that's what I'll definitely put in here. That and that, the star chambers and the like. And you have your pylon already, so that's fine. You're basically maxed it here as it is. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm just moving a tiny bit. Fine. Kairos. Yep, what do you want? Declare war. They have declared war on me. Good. Kind of saw that coming. Right, where are your armies? Don't have to waste time declaring war on them. Mission issued. Capture and occupy Zalatan. Okay, where are they? That's just a hero. You're not here. I don't think there are any nasty Tzeentch forces around that I missed. There was a huge... Maybe there... Oh, they seem to be pushing up this way. Oops. Okay. Do me a favour. Stand here. Yeah, I get my reinforcements here, which is great. So if I auto-resolve this now, I think I get it very cheap in terms of the casualties I sustain. Yeah, decisive victory. Oh, I can't auto-resolve. I'm forced to fight it? Passive ability, leadership +4. Well, I guess you need that more than Kroq-Gar. Oh, I can't. Can't put any of these on. Curious. Doesn't seem I can actually equip... Oh, then now I can equip them. Okay, weird, but whatever. Maybe just have them on guys already. Armor piercing so you can kill things quickly. And yet scare them, I guess. Why not? Oh, that takes his away. Armor pit. No, I prefer that one. This is weird. Okay, I think I figured it out. They're all in place. Do I have to actually fight this? Oh, I just missed the auto-resolve. There we are. Great. Yeah, smash through them instantly. No big horrid siege for me. Okay. Province secured. We're not quite done with the orcs yet, technically, but they'll be cleaned up as we push through here anyway. And so all these heroes get to stay in my territory being nuisances. I can't move this turn because I just took it, but I've now got enough income that I can actually start building things. So, would you want... I need to probably start thinking about actual recruitment options up here because we might be stuck at war for here for some time. So yeah, let's start actually going down the recruitment lines. I'd love an actual place to buy. You have growth. Growth is fine for the most part. Yeah, you have some population surplus. Yeah, we're okay. So your slots. You have your... Oh, you have a big growth structure. Maybe I'll put that in one of these. But for the primary settlement, let's focus on actual troops. Yeah, I'm going to start sourcing here because I want to actually be able to buy units up the front. And probably monsters as well. Or pylon. I can't put pylons in these, sadly. Turn to... Well, there's only a single turn to a surplus and I can go straight to tier 4 and get pylons if I desperately wanted them anyway. So yeah, let's instead go with the monsters here. Start going up that line as well. You're stuck for a turn because I just took the settlement, which is okay. So you... I mean, usually I then start swinging around here and send an army, but I think I can get away with... How much defences do these have? That's fairly well defended, but not too bad. I think I can get by with 2 smaller armies taking this stuff. And Kroq-Gar in particular will head down here and take all of that. A bit of a risk splitting my forces up, but I can't have them all lumped in one area of the map the whole time. Yeah, get stuck in, charge through, you attack, and they've declared war on me, so you're free to go for this now. They're just going to let us knock it over. I am going to fight this because I'm very eager to see. We can use this as a gauge for what these Chaos forces can actually do. Here we go, the practice runs are over. All those times just wetting blades against orcs, this is what it's for. We're actually here to fight the great enemy, like a proper Lizardmen faction. Okay, Saurus. Like that. We have flying units to worry about. Are they large, technically? Fast, Vanguard. I'm pretty sure the Spearmen can just kill them if they come smashing into me. You help up the middle. Yeah, we should be able to overwhelm them. Pink Horrors, as my understanding, these should be dedicated ranged units where they're just throwing magic at us while I try and rush up to them. So yeah, let's charge with the Saurus as fast as possible. Do that straight away. In fact, if you just want to go.
Flying troops, my lord.
Indeed.
Bring them down if they approach your forces.
I'm actually just going to tell them to... I can't actually charge him directly, but I can do this. Kill that, kill that, kill that, kill that, kill that, kill that. You walk up to there. You keep up here. Shall I? I don't know. I don't think physical protection helps us against horrors. They're going to magic me to death. They don't actually seem to have a ranged attack as far as I can tell. Oh, they do. There, it's just hidden. We're winning. So Saurus, it seems, will just crush them. Yeah. Pink Horrors realistically shouldn't be winning fights against Saurus Warriors. That's a perfectly sensible outcome. Keep healing them. And they disintegrate like these do. That's not surprising. Oh, they're all dead. Yeah, they don't run away. They suffer demonic instability and just collapse, I presume. Yeah, okay. So their initial damage ranged output is better than ours. I need to bear that in mind. That Skink Skirmishers will lose a ranged battle against those, but if you can get the Saurus Warriors on them, they will just crush them in a straight battle. Excellent start. Now, with these chaos things, do I want to start considering these? You damaged all the buildings. The captives are instead control. I don't want to reduce control. I want higher control. Yeah, in terms of actually upsetting the populace and making it easier to control, Occupy seems to be the best option. Corruption obviously here isn't great. What is that? Lord recruitment capacity. That's income from all buildings. What, in the local province only? Oh, that's terrible. Let's demolish that. We can replace that with something better. Skill points. Everyone has skill points. Great, okay. Your return off of Grimlock, so let's do one of these. You're going to want missile resistance once I get Grimlock, because you're going to get shot really easily, so I'm also going to want that quickly. Yeah, when fighting against... And Demons of Chaos. I think they do count... Surely it counts as Demons of Chaos, the Tzeentch faction we're fighting here. It'd be baffling if it didn't, but yeah, let's neutralise Chaos. A priest. Now, the ranged fire we're going to be facing here is largely magical, so I think, yeah, doing the same thing but with spell resistance as opposed to missile resistance makes sense. Massively upgraded Scar Veteran. Oh, has become immortal. I don't actually recall taking that one, maybe just get it automatically. Okay, so we can't lose him now, which is good. So also spell resistance or a ward save and success chance. Probably that one first, and then we'll come back for that. The Lord doesn't have his Carnosaur yet. So again, let's just make ourselves anti-Tzeentchian. His buddy Scar Veteran. You're trying to get up to Colossal Strike, so I'll just continue with that for a bit. Hit points or melee defense. Probably hit points. And Glandulus. How are we doing? Could buff flesh. No, I'm up over here now. Start taking the second tier. So, Dweller's Blow is the damage dealing one, the final spell that pulls them down to the ground relative to their strength. Earthing, miscast chance down, magical reserves up. What does regrowth do? Another regeneration spell. I like that. Yep, just keep spamming regen. That's not health, that's vigor. So if our melee units get stuck in prolonged battles, I can give them their vigor back to keep winning, which seems like a good idea. Do I want to quickly grab Earthing first so I can start spamming the overcasts? Wouldn't be terrible. Yeah, I'll quickly grab that. I don't want my Slam Mage Priest to explode. Right. Promising start, but that was basically the weakest kind of army you can face, so let's not get overconfident. Sit there and heal for a turn. You can't reach that yet. Also, this hurts us just by standing in it, it seems. Ouch. Okay, so stand it, get to there, and then try and take it instantly. Can you move? Not this turn, we just took that this round, so give it a second. Buildings, Teotihuacan, not now. What I'll do, tell you what, so I'm not umming and erring over the logistics and infrastructure anymore. At the end of the part, I'll sit down and have a think about what I'm doing with each of these provinces, so you don't have to see me flicker through these each time, and I can just do them quickly. So this is the last turn, so it'll be, yeah, 2,800. Let's just figure out what I want to do for this one. You're going to improve that later once you grow. You're not quite there yet. I think I wanted one of the blue structures. I'd like a star chamber. Can't afford it yet. Your military doesn't concern me. So yeah, one of those and one of those would be nice, I suppose. Corruption. No, none of that's particularly interesting. I don't need walls here. I don't need anti-corruption. I don't need control. Look at our control's hilarious. There's nothing here appealing at all, really. Fine, I'll just wait for the blue ones. Okay, skip it. Oh, we have a commandment because we've taken all of this one as well. Great. Here, I think it would be advisable maybe to go over to alignment of war. Because I will actually do some recruitment here with my smaller armies here, so I can kind of bolster their strength. So it's not immediately useful because I'm going to be fighting for a bit first. Order control, a bit low on control, but that will naturally improve as time goes on, I think, so maybe not. Get spawning stuff, which is nice, but not super useful instantly. Attrition, corruption. Shall we do that for a bit and get some control? I don't think I need it. Monuments, that's never interesting. Yeah, weapon strength. Getting extra recruitment back. Okay, I'll save that for when I start recruiting. I'll shift over to that. So for now, I think I'd like to grow it a bit more because it would be good to get up to the 4th tier so I can get the best tier of, or at least pretty much the best tier of military structures that I can start. When I start actually recruiting things Eternal Advance, I'll swap it over to the alignment of war and fix it accordingly. Yeah, they were geomatics. They're all 2. Okay, I'll stop there. We're now fully at war with Chaos, which is good. So we'll start taking this out and we'll send Kroq-Gar down here now to siege all of this territory. We have got a nasty Kairos Fate Weaver army hiding somewhere that we'll have to be alert to, so hopefully I can spot them. Oh, it's there. Okay, change of plan. Kroq-Gar will stay up here, so we're going to take all of this, we're going to break their army with Kroq-Gar and a friend, and we'll sweep this, and then once we're done I can start redirecting forces back down here, and sincerely hope while I'm waiting here they don't start pushing through and attacking me, otherwise I'm in a bit of trouble. Right, so I do hope you enjoyed that. If so, do consider liking and subscribing. It does rather help the channel. I do appreciate it. If you have any notes on what I could be doing better, please, by all means, do leave feedback down in the comment section. I do take the time to stop and read them all, so it's all, it will all be taken on board. Or if you just want to chat with me and others, that's great too. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.